What's up, everybody? Welcome to Solecast, the show where we talk about everything culture, sneakers, and streetwear. As you guys already know, we have Eden.
Yo, what's good, guys?
And I'm Hebreb. As you guys already know, we have a special guest with us. We have Qias Omar.
Yo, what up?
If you want to introduce yourselves, bro, let the people know who you are, what you do.
Yeah, man, my name is Qias. I do basically all social media things, sneaker related. YouTube is my main thing, but y'all can catch me everywhere, man. Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. So
Okay, sweet. Well, we've been watching you for a while, man. I mean, obviously, you've been doing it since how long? Would you say? When did you start YouTube?
2007.
2007. Really?
Yeah, going on year 16.
That
man.
feels. I thought it was like less, bro.
Well, my channel really popped off in 2015.
Okay.
So that's probably when most people in the sneaker world kind of heard about me.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been uploading since 2007. So
Okay, sweet. Well, as you guys already know, we talk everything. We're probably going to start off with like current news and stuff like that that's going on right now. Obviously, we have the Bape Nike. I don't know if you saw the news.
Yeah.
Where Nike just recently decided to sue Bape for their designs that they did.
Yeah, finally.
What do you think, though?
I'm not happy about it because I just started wearing Bape studs.
Really?
Right, I mean, I hate to start it off with a hypebeast comment like that, but okay, so this is my backstory is this whole time I've been loyal to Nike and I never wore Bapes because I always thought of them as like a knockoff Air Force One, and I love the Air Force One, so I've always been like, no, I don't want to rock Bapestas. I don't want to rock Bapestas. And then you start seeing that Nike's suing everybody else for these bootleg shoes, but they're not suing Bape. So I'm like, all right, why am I being so loyal to Nike? Nike don't care, obviously.
Yeah, like they get the approval.
Exactly. They're not coming after Bape. I think there was a mutual agreement between Bape and Nike, and then Bape started doing a different version of the Air Force One that they said they weren't going to do. Hold on, somebody's calling me. So originally I was anti the inspired shoes, but I switched up recently because I'm a huge Marvel fan and they did the Marvel Bape. So I was like, I need these, bro. So I got my first pair of Bapestas. Shout out to Common Hype. They gifted me the Venom ones, and then I've got like 2 other ones now. But literally as I get into them, this happens. So I'm like, damn, like right when I start getting them, and then I go on GOAT and everybody raised the price on all the other
Really?
people.
I didn't see that.
They already raised the price. They want like 800 for them.
That's
now.
crazy.
They had them for like 3-4. Now they're at 800. So it's like, damn.
So from the resale standpoint, obviously they've gone up. Obviously for everyone, I think this was something that I feel like they were just being petty about.
Yeah.
Because it's like I'm pretty sure the Nike executives knew who Bape was.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
I think it's more so it's just like people just keep that same energy probably. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna sue all these other companies that are doing that, why not sue the biggest one? So
I thought it was kind of a low blow for them because I feel like they knew, but now they're just kind of coming for everyone like you said. So
I think Bape might be the hardest one because they're the biggest company. So they might, actually try to.
And I feel like this is way overdue. I mean, everybody else, like, I don't want to say their names, but the other
Warren Lotus,
Lotus,
John Geiger with his Air Force, right? Or
so it's like, I mean, if they're coming for everybody, they felt like, okay, we come from one of the biggest companies, Bape, so.
The Cool Kais, everything that they done. The main one that just got recently, or not recently, but what was that other one that they did with the gun? Like the gun.
The
Fugazis.
Yeah.
The Fugazi company. Which so stuff like that. I wasn't a big fan of it, like you said.
Yeah, I don't personally wear all that other stuff. Like for me, the Bapes that was like as far as I'll go, but I can't do like the gun or the middle finger.
Yeah. All those.
I can't do that. Like.
And the funny thing is that they were actually reselling.
Yeah.
Like they were actually going for money. Like I would go to these shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Be like, how much on those? Oh, 1,000. Like, oh, dang. Like, oh, yeah, that's what they go for.
I still see them at a few resale stores.
Yeah, you still do.
People like it.
When I look at those, I see them as fakes. Somebody, when you're at the event, they try to offer you them for your kicks. It's just like you're offering me a pair of fakes in reality.
Even if they are brands.
But I mean, Bape. I mean, you got the most iconic silhouettes in a sense, like Kanye's Dropout Bape. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that's iconic.
I mean, even Virgil had his own off-white Bape. Remember, he wore it to one of his runway shows.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he had like a one-of-one, or it might have been a couple pairs made, but like I feel like they should have just worked it out. Like give Nike a cut to like use that shoe, or just do like something that nobody would think you would do and do a collab. Like just do the unthinkable.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's a low blow from Nike, but I mean, what can we say? But no, overall, as far as opinion wise, you know, hopefully they work it out. But other than that, you know, we'll see. What do you think right now so far as like the sneaker culture right now, bro? I mean, I know you've been doing it for a while. I've actually, you know, been doing it since, I mean, I've been into sneakers since like middle school, high school. So I kind of would say I've been in that not all the eras, but like Nike basketball era when it was like really popular. You too as well.
Good old days.
The funny videos.
Yeah.
We used to watch them.
Oh, well, we'd watch your videos. Yeah. So back in the day. So it's just funny how like years later, now we're here. How do you feel as far as like how everything's kind of progressed ever since? Like, you know, kind of people, you know, TikTok, people have kind of been seeing this kind of a weird era.
All these new platforms, whatnot, TikTok, you know, obviously Instagram, how it's so advanced now, how it was when you just took a picture, posted your shoes, and now you got all these Reels channels. You know.
How do you feel now?
I mean, it's cool to see a lot more sneakerheads, but then you also see a lot more people just wearing the shoe. Like I was literally on the Cool Kicks podcast. We talked about the same thing. And I said, like, a few years back, if you see somebody wearing a pair of Jordan 1s, you're like, oh, he's a sneakerhead. Now you see someone wearing a Jordan 1s and you're probably like, oh, he probably just likes those because they're on TikTok. You can't assume everyone's a sneakerhead now. There's so many people that want these shoes just because they're hot and they're dope, which you can't get mad at. You know, there was stuff that I wanted to wear in high school just because it was cool and it was popular. And I saw, you know, some of my favorite athletes wearing it off the court, things like that. So I'm not mad at it. It's just, you know, it's harder to get shoes these days. Less stuff sits. Maybe not over the last few months, but there's a lot more people entering. But then also, you know, companies are making a lot more pairs, so it kind of balances it out. I'm happy with where the sneaker game is at. You know, I'm blessed that where, you know, my whole career revolves around sneakers. So as long as more shoes are coming out, that's more content for me. So who am I to complain? You know what I mean? So the more sneakers, the better. The more sneakerheads or people who are into the shoes, the more people want to, you know, watch reviews from people like myself and other creators. So it's a good thing.
Well, I kind of like how they kind of balance it out with like the GRs and stuff. So like Union's doing their thing. So they kind of added like that exclusivity side of things by doing all these collabs. And I feel like obviously everyone's going more for like the collabs. Those are like the more hierarchy type of items, like the hype items. So obviously stuff like the GRs, like military blacks, like those are like the, okay, like we're just gonna push these out, but we're gonna give like the sneakerheads these collabs and stuff to give them something like they can kind of fiend for, which I kind of give them props for that, for doing that, because obviously, you know, back in the day they weren't doing collabs like that. There was no Union, there was no, well, the stores probably were open, but I'm just saying like they weren't giving these stores and all these like brands opportunity to be able to do collabs like Travis Scott and stuff like that.
Well, I don't really think it's like the brands, you know, giving them the opportunity. I think it's more so like they see how much hype a collab brings now.
And they saw that.
You know what I mean? Like they saw what the Travis did. They saw what like the original Union ones did. Like, Jordans used to be so sacred as the mall guy drives by and stops.
They can't pick it up though.
So back in the day, Jordan brand used to be so like, they kept all their shoes like as if nobody can touch them, and like they only did collabs like that never released, like M&Ms and Undefeateds and stuff, right? So when they started playing with it a little bit, like the Fragment one, they saw the hype on that. They saw that that's where it kind of shifted to. It's like it wasn't really about Jordan scoring X amount of points in this shoe anymore. It was more so about this Jordan silhouette collab with Travis over that. More people will go crazy over a collab shoe than a historical Jordan moment. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I think that's what they're capitalizing on, rather than giving the brands like an opportunity. You know what I mean? So
because we see all these like in the lineup for this year, they're bringing back a lot of classics. But like they're not getting the love that we would.
If the Jordan 2, actually maybe not, because the Union 2s are going for under retail. So maybe not the Jordan 2. That's not a good example, but. Like, I mean, Lost and Found's did good, but like they're bringing back Playoff 13. To a sneakerhead, that's like, holy crap, we haven't got that in how many years? But you know it's going to sit. It's going to sit. But if that 13 was a Travis 13, would it sit?
No.
Or even if
just for the resale,
that 13 would have came out, let's just say 5-6 years in like 2014, 15, we would have been all over it. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, the retros, classics, the
Yeah.
cherries are coming out. There's no hype around it. You know, you got Ama 4.
Thank God though, because I need 2 pairs of the
Yeah,
cherries. So y'all don't get on that hype.
So the good thing is that if you want to collect, you're able to collect
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
But like for the, like you said, the new sneakerheads, it's just more of like, if you like the shoe, the ones that just hop in, they'll get it.
Yeah.
If you don't, then you know.
You know what it's back to is like, you remember like a couple months ago, like pictures would like circulate on Twitter where it was like from 5-6 years ago, look what was sitting. And we look at it, we're like, damn, like we could have got those for retail.
Exactly.
I feel like whatever's sitting right now, 5 years from now, we're going to say the same thing.
Exactly.
So it's like, get it while you can. Just get it, put it to the side, and then 5-6 years, bust it out.
That's literally like the trend going. Like it just keeps going every other years. What it's going is like a shoe comes out. Like for instance, like the black canvas is like it came out, it was hot, and now it starts to like disappear as it goes, and then now you can't find any of the shoes anymore. And then when it comes back out a few years later, you're just like, wow, like nobody finds dead stock pairs of classics or even new colorways no more, you know?
Yeah.
What do you think as far as like for me, what I thought, bro, like, you know how like back then they did the well, they started with the fragment ones when they started doing the what was it, the remastered? Remember they started like increasing the prices on the stuff?
Yeah.
Now they're starting to kind of do that like with the reimagine thing. Like reimagine, but I feel like that, like we said in our old podcast that they're starting to do they're starting to make these like worn look to things now.
Everything.
And I feel like that's what's like the new reimagine now. Is that they're doing all these like OG ones, but they're giving it like that like vintage vibe, rugged look. I mean, do you think that's something that they're starting to kind of capitalize off of, like Jordan Brand in general?
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
what do you think about it? Like
I say
them doing like that whole vintage thing on them.
I gotta show love to like the customizers. You know, the customizers were doing this, like not even like customizers, like even myself. Like I would take I forgot what shoe it was, but I did it like a couple years ago. There was a Jordan 1. I'm like, it would just look better with the aged midsole. So I colored it cream with the pencil, or not a pencil, with these color, like the paint markers. I forgot what they're called. I got them off Amazon and I did it. And the comments were like, you're an idiot. Why would you do that? Wear them and wear them in. Let them yellow over time. But then when Jordan Brand does it, you're like, oh, this is dope. It's literally the same thing.
Exactly.
If it wasn't for the customizers, I'm not saying I'm a customizer, but if it wasn't for the customizers who started that trend, you know, it wouldn't be a thing. Like people saw that, they like that age look on social media. It's like you get to wear an 85 without having to pay for an 85, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And then also it's like there was another shoe too that I did it with, the white cement 4s. I think those came out in like 2015 or 2016, and I bought them and I'm like, I just like these to look beat up. So I made a video running them over with my car and just beating them up, and people hated it. But if they go and do that now, people will be like, oh, it's the age look.
It's the age look,
exactly.
bro.
So it's like give respect and like kudos to the people who are doing that beforehand, and keep the same energy, because now the people that were hating on that trend before, now that the brands are doing it, it's okay. I'm all for it. I think obviously the brands are going to capitalize on it. The first major release to do that was what, the Off-White with the age.
Yeah, the Off-White. I feel like Virgil was kind of one of those like not pioneers, but he was mainly like the main guy that made it cool. Like I mean, say like, okay, always, we want this.
Yeah, exactly. And he always likes to pay respect to bootleg culture and like customizers and stuff like that. He customizes all his shoes by writing on it. Like he was all for that stuff. So that just goes to show how ahead of his time he was.
Yeah, because you already know back in the day, like 2014, 2015, like during those days, there was like everyone wanted to have their shoes as clean as possible, as white as possible. There was no, oh, I need this yellowed look. Same thing with 11s, like the Concord, stuff like that. No one wants those yellowed.
You don't want those yellowed.
To this day, I still don't even think that they look good yellowed, but there's some people that personally like them yellowed and worn. And if Off-White did a Jordan 11 collab, I feel like they would probably do that like yellowed look to it. And correct me if I'm wrong, I really think that that's what they would do. They would give like a piss yellow look, but then people would probably be like, wow, that's fire, bro.
I mean, look at the Off-White 5. They gave it a piss.
The 5s.
I mean, that the clear soles are gonna age or yellow anyway. Why not already speed up the process? The only one where I don't like it is the Fragment 3, because that nobody expected it to yellow that quick.
That one's
it was
just a nice clean shoe.
Yeah, and it's like piss yellow out of nowhere, like in a month. So that's the only one where if the midsole matched it, it would look good. But it's just too white. But yeah, it looks good in my opinion.
How do you think, as far as like YouTube, bro? Like, because obviously I consider you one of like the main like dudes like up there. I'm like Franelations and all those guys. Like I used to watch them. I don't know if I'm going out of pocket, but I feel like you're kind of like in that conversation with those guys, like one of those like main pioneers, if you'd say, that started it. How do you feel like now YouTube has kind of like been, obviously you have now a lot of stores doing a lot of things. Obviously we're trying to do our own thing, Cool Kicks, all these like, you know, Common Hype, all these. How do you feel like the YouTube side of like sneakers has kind of like transcended since when you started doing it?
Yeah, so I started in like 2015, so I wasn't part of the initial like sneaker YouTube. I don't want to ever say I was like one of the first.
Yeah, because Franelations on them were like OG.
Yeah, Franelations, Foamer
Sneak
Simpsons, Cousteau, Tony D, Bull. Those are like the OGs. Like those guys are the reasons why I would see them get opportunities, and I'd be like, yo, why am I not being invited to, you know, Jordan's house? Like I saw Cousteau get invited to Jordan's house, and I'm like, him and like all these other creators getting like dope, you know, opportunities inspired me to want to do it too. Yeah. So I hopped on and I, you know, started doing it as well. But as far as the new age goes, yeah, it's a lot of sneaker stores. I think people just, you know, when a few years back, if somebody wanted to buy a shoe, they would watch me, they would watch Tony, they'd watch Seth Fowler, they'd watch everybody. They'd literally watch everybody about that one shoe. Yeah. But now I think it's changed where there's just so much content everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. There's just so much content everywhere that you see that shoe more than just a YouTube review. So when somebody does want to watch a review, they're only going to Seth. They're not watching anybody else. They get all the information they need from Seth, or they're going to Nightwing, or they're going to Foamer, or they're going to Tony. So that's why I don't really do like formal reviews anymore. I let those guys do the formal stuff. I do more of the lifestyle vlog type stuff. But yeah, I think it's kind of shifted, and so it's more so like people watch the people they really love, and then the stores are that's just a whole nother genre in sneakers. So it's cool that you have like different types of sneaker content, and you know what, my boy Rami's killing it with Cool Kicks. I'm sure you guys have seen him. He's on the algorithm GOAT.
He's killing it, yeah.
The algorithm GOAT.
Million views, all that. Yeah, I seen it. That dude's blowing up.
I've never seen people get numbers like that in sneakers. Like
not lately.
Not lately, no. Yeah, like 24 hours, like getting like 500,000 views. So shout out to my boy Rami. But yeah, I think people just like watching an authentic, like,
I mean, there's he's buying. He's just authentically just
like, they just like to see that, and it's like, even myself, like when Cam Kicks' thing was popping off, you click it, you just didn't know why you wanted to watch it. Literally, right?
It's just like your mind just goes
like, why do I keep watching it? Why do I? But it's, you can't turn away. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're driving on the freeway, you see a car accident. You can't. I'm not comparing its content to that, but it's just like you don't know why. You just, I guess, like, you don't see yourself in that position. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's just
the interest. It's just the interest of the curiosity where you're like, oh, well, if I was.
How much did he pay on this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, how much he paid?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you don't see behind the scenes of a retail store. I think a lot of people now kind of understand how it works. Before, somebody'd walk into a store and be like, why am I paying $600 for this Jordan when it's supposed to be $190 at the store? But now you get to really see why. You understand, like, hey, there's rent, there's employees, there's you know, we don't get everything for retail. You know, you guys have to pay resale, and then you up the price. Like, now people start to see that, and I feel like that's what's kind of helped that genre blow up a little bit.
I think so too, that everything's like full transparent now. So like back then, everything would be kind of hidden. Like, not hidden, but like you just wouldn't know, and no one would make videos on it. No one would make content on it saying like, oh, this is what it takes to run a store, or maybe make a YouTube video. So like, even if you were to make a YouTube video like of like saying like, oh, this is what I do, like this is me editing, this is me, this is like to see the videos that be like, oh, how much I make on YouTube, like all those things. Like people are like Google, you know, going on the search and being like, how much do YouTubers get paid?
Yeah, exactly.
So like you kind of get that algorithm right there.
Yeah, people want to see how much money a retailer really makes.
So same thing. Same idea. Because even back in the day, you would have those people like the big YouTubers would be like, oh, let me see how much does being a YouTuber get paid.
I used to check my own name when I go to see if it was accurate or not.
The social blade stuff?
Social blade,
like it'll tell you like the rank and everything, and so like I feel like that's the same ideology with the sneaker and just anything in general. general, just TikTok, YouTube. People just want to see like the full transparency of like the money side of things and like the business side of things. What I mean by that's like the operation side of things, like us coming in here buying stuff, like what do we do with them, how do we clean them, how do we wrap them, stuff like that.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, who's the store that really like was the first sneaker store to do YouTube and really pop off?
Who?
Round 2.
Oh well,
yeah.
Props for them for sure.
Yeah, they do 2-hour-long videos, and I watched the whole thing. Yeah,
I remember I'd pause it, and then it would give you on YouTube when you go back. Continue to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll just lay off.
I think they deserve a lot of credit for being like one of the first stores, and I feel like a lot of stores don't even realize that if it wasn't for that round, they probably would have never had that idea.
Yeah.
But I talked about this on the Cool Kicks podcast too, but like they could have been the main thing, but I think Sean and all them, kind of stepping back and not being the face of the store kind of like hurt them, and that gave a lot of opportunity for Common Hype and Cool Kicks and all these other stores to put themselves out there. And then people, that just goes to show, because those round 2 videos just to get a lot of views too.
A lot, yeah.
So this is my advice for anybody who's into content creation, is don't take no breaks. Don't stop uploading, because as soon as you stop, someone else is going to come take your spot. And that's exactly what happened with them. And I don't want to throw shots at them, but look.
No, of course. I mean, it's just true. I was about to touch on that. We were going to talk about that in the episode, like stores closing down in LA and stuff like that. Yeah. And you live there, so I'm pretty sure you see it. But
the news is all around.
Yeah, I mean, it gets in the hidden sides of Twitter and all that stuff, which I'm pretty sure you've seen it and stuff, but we'll touch into that. But as far as what you were talking about, the whole YouTube thing, I definitely see it's more content opportunity for people, and more obviously business opportunity for people. And like you were saying about the whole Seth Fowler stuff, I think that too. Like TikTok, there's a lot of reviews on there too. So if someone already kind of sees a review on TikTok, then what's the point of me going on there and looking it up again? So like it's kind of already been like really expanded and separated to where like that's why a lot of the YouTubers aren't getting as much as the views as they should, because I already watched this TikTok already on the review. Why am I going to search?
Exactly. Yeah. And it's not just YouTube, it's every genre. Like even with like tech, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You have like I watch Marcus Brownlee, if you guys know who that is, but if a new MacBook's coming out and if I'm thinking about buying that MacBook, I watch his review and that's all I need. Yeah. I don't need to go watch 10 other reviews of people saying the same thing. Yeah. How many times do we need to hear that the leather is good on a shoe or the suede is good on you know what I mean? It's just about how you say it and the person you mess with the most, or you feel like you have the connection with you have the most. And like you guys said, is if I'm on TikTok and I see, the new Jordan 1 that came out, and I've made up my mind, like, oh, that's fire, I need those, there's no need for me to go watch a review.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's why, another reason why, upload as much as possible. I'm giving y'all some advice. Upload as much as possible. Upload on every social media platform. That's it, because you never know. Even with this podcast, right? You upload it on YouTube and people might not see it on YouTube, but if you clip it and put it on TikTok, somebody might see it on TikTok and then come watch the full thing. So that's why you got to upload as much as possible.
Take notes, Herb.
Thank you. How do you feel TikTok? When did you start like kind of like getting into? Because
bro, I hate it. I'll be real.
Oh, let's just start from the beginning. What did you feel about TikTok when you first started it? Like obviously everyone kind of already had to do it, because it was, the eyes are there.
Yeah.
But what did you feel initially, like when like this whole, when TikTok was like the bad villain and everything started?
I think my first impression was like, oh, it's like a kid's platform.
Yeah.
But then obviously, I think COVID really like blew it up, because we were all at home and like trends and dancing.
That's when it blew up for sure.
The thing I loved about it was the fact that I could use like music on it, because with YouTube you can't use like music. Obviously you have to use like royalty free beats and stuff. Like, so the fact that I could actually make like a video with like a Drake song or whatever it was just pretty cool to me. But then again, I've been doing social media for 16 years now, and it's like you have to adapt. You have to hop on that platform. So as soon as I saw like, hey, this could be the next one up, I'm like, I gotta hop on. As much as I don't want to add it to my workload, and I'm saying, I'm already making YouTube videos, I'm making Instagram content, now I gotta do TikTok.
You gotta do a different format.
You gotta do a different format. I mean, it's gotten a little bit easier because you could just repurpose like Instagram for TikTok. Now YouTube Shorts is a thing. Like, so you just repurpose a lot of content, but like you can't be that hard-hitted, like you can't have that like old head mentality where you're like, oh no, I don't want to, I'm not hopping on TikTok. But if you're trying to make social media your career, you have to adjust. So I have to be okay with it. But if there's one platform I could eliminate, it would be TikTok.
It'd be TikTok. Yeah. Nah. I mean, like I said, originally it was like meant for like dancing videos.
Yeah.
That's what I knew it for originally. I thought it was just a dancing, like, what was that other one? Triller.
Triller.
So like I kind of put them the same, but obviously TikTok overtook Triller or whatever. So I just wanted to get your take on that as far as like the whole, because now you have like your YouTube your sneakerhead TikTokers, like the people that don't even do. The people that don't even do YouTube or anything, they're just strictly on TikTok. Now you have, that people there to kind of, obviously you have those people to basically kind of go based off of as well.
Yeah, for sure.
But moving forward, bro, I wanted to talk to you about you obviously being in LA. How do you feel about now? I've been seeing I think there's supposed to be something going on with like Cool Kicks and obviously the round 2 closing. I don't know any other ones, but those are like the main 2. How do you feel like as far as, because obviously you live there, how the sneaker scene has been in LA? Because apparently all these stores are kind of coming down. But what do you think is the reason as to that?
I think majority of the stores were on Melrose and Fairfax. I think Flight Club closed down because of the riots and stuff, because they got looted and stuff like that. But I think they've reopened up back then. But I mean, Melrose is just not the same as it was in 2015.
That's what I heard.
I don't want to say I'm part of, the reason why, but I really documented a lot of what happened on Melrose and the stores that were opening up there, as well as round 2, and then Cool Kicks popped in there too. So it was everybody like from all angles in the sneaker and fashion world that were just putting on for Melrose. Before it used to be Fairfax. I had nothing to do with Fairfax, but every time I came to LA, because I'm originally from the Bay, so anytime we would visit LA, we'd have to stop at Fairfax, go to Diamond Supply, go to Supreme. But then it started to shift to Melrose, where Melrose is a longer street, I believe, and there was just a lot more like up and coming brands, and then round 2 kind of popped off. So it was just, you could be able to go to Melrose and walk up and down freely, but things have changed where it's like a little sus now. Like people are getting robbed, people are getting murdered. Like I don't know if you guys heard about the people, like the sneaker campouts where somebody got shot and killed, like an employee got shot and killed at Shoe Palace. So for me personally, when I go to Melrose, if I got to go to Cool Kicks, I'm pulling up outside, going to Cool Kicks, and then leaving. Or if I got to go to Band LA, I'm going to Band LA, this, that, and leaving. I'm not walking up and down, because it's just not as safe as it used to be. I'm not saying it's like the hood. It's gotten a little bit better since last year, I will say that, but it's just different, bro. So I kind of stay away from there, but like obviously I've made the connections where I could just call like a deal and be like, hey, do you have this shoe? Or I'm pulling up, are you there, type thing. So as far as the stores closing, it is kind of sad to see round 2 gone, because round 2 is like one of the first stores that let me come film there. So it sucks to see them close, because that was just like, I feel like they should have always been there, but it is what
OG
it is.
For sure.
Yeah. And I think the YouTube channel kind of, had a big part of that, is because when they stopped uploading, you lose that connection with your audience. And Sean's not there like he used to be. He was like the face of the brand. So I think a lot of factors had to do with that. I heard Cookies and Kicks just closed down.
Yep, I heard that too.
That one was surprising to me, because I thought they were popping on TikTok, but I really don't pay attention to what they're going on. No offense, like I'm cool with the owners and everything. I just didn't know what was going on there. I didn't even realize they were struggling. So that one's a sad one to see, but there's still some good stores. Obviously, Cool Kicks, I think they're going to be there to stay. They're killing it. They have that connection with their YouTube audience. They've become internationally known. They got the networks with celebrities, so they can bring people in anytime. So Cool Kicks is there to stay, and it sucks that so many stores are shutting down. But every time I go back to that same area, there's a new store.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I swear.
So it's like the one closes, it'll be another.
But it's just, I think there's just way too many stores there. That's what it is, and that's what's ruining the competition. Is people are trying to undercut prices, things like that. So that might have something to do with it. I really don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out, but it's just not the same as it was a few years ago.
Well, as you know now, obviously the margins aren't as much as they used to be, bro. From a reseller store point, you and I both know sneakers don't resell as much as, I mean, obviously all these Jordans are kind of sitting nowadays. So I think that's kind of plays in a little bit. Obviously
retail's so high.
Retail, the economy, stuff like that. And I feel like that obviously is playing a big part of it. Because back then it was like during COVID and everything was high. Like remember when Jordan 1s were coming out, Mochas came out out the gate 500.
Yep.
Like every single Jordan 1 was coming out.
Couldn't get anything in this.
Yeah, like everything out the gate was going for like money. Now it's like they come out the gate, boof, nothing. They just sit.
Also, another thing I think has to do with it is social media, because it's so easy for someone who doesn't have a following to, you know, sell something online. So why would they take it to a sneaker store and, you know, get X amount when they could sell it for a lot more on Instagram or on like a Facebook marketplace and stuff. So I think people are willing to hustle more rather than just take it to a store and get cashed out.
Yeah, a lot more resellers, obviously, that probably came from like the COVID era that probably started seeing like, okay, I could start making money on sneakers.
Exactly.
So it kind of created that like more competition amongst the stores and amongst the community. That, you know, obviously that's why a whole bunch of resellers are now. It's because they're all the ones buying all these sneakers, and it's kind of getting oversaturated now. And that was the thing that I was like not worried about, but it's just kind of like a thing that just was a thought that I was like, okay, well, the sneaker market is kind of saturated right now. But I didn't want to say like the love for sneakers was like gone. It's just that it is a little bit oversaturated right now. But what are you doing?
I mean, the love, like you said, is like who really loves the shoe at the end of the day. You as a business owner, you still love the shoes at the end of the day. You love the money side of it. Although there's a lot of resellers that are saturated, but there's still, at the end of the day, there's always somebody that just wants the quick buck. So I feel like this trend is still going to continue for the years to come. Somebody's always going to want money. So you're always going to still get steals and stuff like that, people who bring in to like sell. But for the most part, like, you can't stop a reseller, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be like this for the next years to come. So I don't know what's actually to come in the next few years for reselling and Jordan Bred and Nikes and Adidas. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But what do you think for this year, bro? Like, what are like the main like sneaker releases that you're kind of looking forward to? Like, I know with me, like those Kobe's, the reverse Grinches they're supposedly dropping again.
They're fire,
Like, what are like main ones that like off the top of your head that like you're kind of like looking forward to?
Any Kobe, to be honest, because you know we only got one Kobe last year, which was the Mambasitas. So any Kobe, I hope they bring out the 8s. That's a rumor. I love the Kobe 8s.
They're dropping those? That's a rumor?
That's what they said, that they have a Protro 8 prototype out. So
I think meant the Jordan 8.
Oh no,
I was like,
no, please do not release those.
You have those?
I have those, yes.
How'd you get those?
I paid for them.
Oh, but like low, I'm assuming, compared to now.
4 bands, it was high at the moment, but what are they at now?
Shit, like 50.
Yeah,
50.
so, but I only have the 8 though. I don't have the 3.
Oh, you don't have the 3?
But I have the box. So I got the box and I got the 8. Yeah, so somebody had the 3, and then the guy who sold it to me, my boy Scotty, the other guy wanted to sell the 8. He didn't want the 8. And then right before Kobe passed, he offered me the 3 from that pack. He hit me up and he's like, yo, I have the 3. Do you want it for 8 bands? I was like, nah, I'm good.
That's the most expensive one.
Yeah, that's the one. Now that with the set, it's like 50 bands. I think maybe the 8s were like 10 to 15. You think so?
In the set, if you had the set completely, that's like, I think I'm gonna say 100 G's maybe.
Yeah, could
because there's only like what 23 pairs made or something. I don't know how many.
I don't know the exact number, but they're very limited. But
no.
You know, another funny story with that too is he called me one day and he's like, "Yo, I'll buy the box off you for 1,000." I said no.
I think that's a low ball. I think that's a low ball.
But yeah, the Kobe 8, the actual Kobe, the Protro is coming out apparently. As far as Jordan goes, I'm really looking forward to these playoff 13s because we haven't had those in a minute, and that was
classics.
The second Jordan I ever had, and then the first Jordan I ever had when I was a kid was the Cherry 12s. So I've been waiting for the Cherry 12. It's a rumor every year, but hopefully it actually happens this year.
It's a good lineup this year for sure.
Yeah, for I think for actual sneakerheads, it's a good year.
Lineup.
Yeah.
For people who want to purchase and wear, maybe they stock up on 2.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good
White
year.
cements. That's a 2-pair shoe.
White cement 3. Yes.
The playoff 8s. The playoff 8s for later this year.
Oh yeah,
that's a classic for sure.
Yeah,
love
for
those.
sure. I need those for sure.
There's some other ones.
Sitting, but you know that's a good thing because I'll get them at the outlets.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's another reason.
That's why I like it. That's why I tell people all the time. I'm like, those 2s that just came out, the Chicago's. I'll wait till they come. I'll wait till they go in the outlets. I'll grab them.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy always clowns me because I'm a big LeBron fan. And they're retro and all his his PEs.
Oh, that's the outlet special, bro. They should send those directly to the outlet, bro. It's sad to see, to be honest with you, because these were stuff that we used to drool over.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for people like Perfect Pair who, you used to have all these crazy PEs, and now they're releasing them, and people don't even appreciate it.
Exactly.
And I feel the same way too, because there's a few shoes that I paid a lot of money for, and then like the Oregon 5s came out, I had those, and then the Oregon 6s came out, I had those too, and it's just like, bro, like these are crazy PEs I'm supposed to have that no one's supposed to have. But the LeBron stuff I like the fact that they're bringing out like samples and stuff, like the Watch the Thrones, like, bro, if you would have told me that Miami Nights, Big Bangs came back out.
Those South Beach classics.
South Beach, the classic.
The LeBron Palmers.
Yeah,
those are $90.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, y'all disrespect this.
I need that Fruity Pebble though. If they're
supposed to be re-releasing
they're so like iconic. They're probably never gonna wear them, but they're so iconic, bro.
That's the sad part of this game these days. But
anything else you're kind of looking forward to this year? Because I mean, they kind of give us like a little bit of like here and there. Like they give us the good stuff, and then they kind of give us like the BS stuff. Which I mean, I think exactly like stuff that we don't even want. Like I mean, I don't know if you like them, but like the Brotherhood Jordan 1s, stuff like that. So that's what I mean by they give us things like that like we don't ask for, and then we have.
And you know what's crazy? When they give us stuff like that, they give us the good quality to make up for the good way.
Exactly.
And they know nobody wants that.
Exactly. So
I don't know. I guess it's a rumor, but I know some people behind the scenes who say it's coming out maybe this year or next year, but Off-White Bred 4.
Nah, bro, they supposedly said no already.
I'll tell you guys off.
That's my shoe of the decade, by the way.
I'll tell you guys off camera.
Oh God, here we go.
That's my shoe of the decade.
Really?
Episode.
Yeah. Like,
have you seen? Did you go to the museum?
No, I didn't.
Oh God,
I wish I did, man. That's my shoe of the decade. I've said it in multiple times. Shoe of the decade.
Virgil's wife wore it. Let me just ask you that. Why do you think Virgil's wife wore it recently?
I think she was just trying to clown on everyone that she has. I mean, we.
All right. I'll tell you guys off camera.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure, but I have a pretty reliable source. But yeah, if that shoe comes out, that's automatic sneaker of the year.
Easy.
Automatic sneaker of the year.
That's my sneaker of the decade, bro.
Oh, you know what else? Adidas Fear of God. We need to see that.
Oh,
That's been taking so long.
If Adidas wants their name back out on the streets, they need to drop that shoe. Nobody cares about a human race. Nobody cares about.
Sadly, Bad Bunny. I mean, I thought Adidas. I thought Adidas had their best person right now. Bad Bunny.
Yeah, but he's just like. Because we don't look up to him for fashion.
Yeah,
we like his music. We like him, but we're not looking what he's wearing.
Yeah, low key, he was just more of like, hey, you're a big name. Let's give you a shoe.
Exactly.
Rather than he was been in the industry, he's always loved shoes. He designed the shoe.
Yeah.
They had a team put it together for him.
Travis is a sneakerhead. I can argue that Kanye is a sneakerhead. You know, we like the Yeezys because we saw Kanye wearing them. Exactly. We like Travis's because we saw Travis wearing them. That's what made us fall in love with it. With Bad Bunny, we didn't see Bad Bunny out wearing these shoes. We're like, oh, he's a sneakerhead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't see that.
So with Jerry, I feel like we know he's into shoes. We know he's part of.
He's been in. Yeah, he's part of that like inner circle of the Kanye. I mean, obviously
he's gonna be Adidas savior. Like he's gonna bring them back.
Adidas too. Since I know you're a big Kobe fan, Adidas was talking about how they were gonna retro some of the Adidas Kobe. Yeah. How do you feel about that? Like
they have. I've been seeing them.
So
I haven't pulled the trigger on any of them, but I if I cop them, I don't think I'll wear them.
Just more of like display.
Yeah, but there is a few that I want. I just haven't pulled the trigger on it, but it's easy to get.
There was a leak on Jerry's one of his Fear of God Adidas that looked similar to the Kobe's. I don't know if it was his official like sneaker.
Oh, really?
Like, it looked similar to the which one was the poster looking ones? I forgot what.
Oh, the futuristic one.
Yeah, it looks similar to that.
Okay.
I mean, it's the best looking shoe for Adidas at the moment. It looks sleek, but I mean, I don't know if it was like legit.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Well, a lot of good things. Like I said, for this year, and then I mean, like I said, I think right now is like that. What I was telling people like before, and I said this in the podcast, that I feel like we need like that new like Off-White type of thing to kind of spark things up.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like the feud between at the time when like Off-White was battling the whole Yeezy thing, I feel like we needed that Off-White thing to kind of like get that, and I feel like we kind of need that now.
Yeah.
Like, what's the next Off-White shoe per se, like that next big like this is that.
I think Jordan Brand and Nike are trying to make a union, but I don't know if it's working.
And that's what I thought too. I was like, they're trying to like really push that, but I just don't see it on the same scale like as it like
if they kept doing like what they did on the ones. But they just, what else did they do? The dunks,
the fours,
cool.
they like switched it up with like doing the roll four, like it was like unique.
The twos just didn't hit. Obviously, I love the twos. The twos are fire to me, but they just didn't hit. If they do a 3, I think if they do a Union 3, like, why are you doing the AJKO? I like.
Bro, that was some bull.
It was okay. It was okay. I wouldn't say it's ugly.
I like the AJKO. Like, I'm someone who actually has owned AJKOs. I vouch for the AJKOs. I told people not to sleep on them. But like, if you're trying to,
be the big dog,
be the next Off-White for Nike and Jordan, like, bro, go for the 3s, go for the 5s, go for all these other models that people want. Like, I'm sorry, but the general sneakerhead doesn't care for an AJKO or a 2.
If they didn't get them while it's original shoe, they're not gonna get them as a collab.
Exactly. Even with Alma, like the 4s, I really didn't like them as much as I thought I was gonna like them. But Alma Manier could be another one, but they're releasing the same colorway.
Alma Manier 4 was my sneaker of the year.
Really? I mean, it's a good shoe.
What did you think?
I think they're good, but
no. What was yours?
Oh, my sneaker of the year was shoot, I already forgot. Oh, the green Off-White Air Forces. That was for me.
The Brooklyns?
Brooklyn Off-White Air Forces.
Oh, those really?
Yeah. I mean, she got them for me for my birthday, so that was kind of like.
What about Louis? You didn't put those on there?
I didn't put them on my list because I only make the list of shoes that I actually have in my size, and I don't have them in my size. I have a size 8 and an 8.5, so I can't wear them. So I can't.
Oh, so it has to be in yours. Like, you have to personally.
Yeah, I gotta have that like connection and wear that shoe. Like, if I'm making it for like the overall sneaker community, then yes, I would put that maybe top 3. But for me personally, it's not.
Okay,
put it on there. I haven't even worn it, so
that's cool.
And then Mombasita was in there, and then Travis. I put Travis Phantom over the Mochas, reverse Mochas.
Really?
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's the reverse Mochas were just too similar to past colorways.
Okay. So. What do you feel about like Travis moving forward? Because like.
No more Jordan ones.
Huh?
No more Jordan ones.
No more Jordan ones?
Yeah, for Travis. For Travis.
Oh,
that's it.
Yeah, they said they're doing a 7, right?
Yeah, they're doing a 7. Yeah, something like that. It's gonna be like the 6 with like the little pockets on the side. That's what they're saying. But no more Jordan ones for the Travis line.
Well, what do you feel now as far as like Travis moving forward with like Jordan and stuff like that? Like,
yeah, bring him, bro. I want more. Like, I don't want too many because then it's like, I don't want to buy them.
You saw that with the Phantoms, like they were really low, and I think that was like weird. I was like, what the hell, like $600?
Yeah,
like,
I mean that's a good thing though.
Well, no, like for the consumer side, I was like, but from like the resale standpoint,
I think it's just a colorway, bro. I mean, if it was all black, then maybe it would have done a little bit better. But the white stitching, a lot of people didn't like that. I like it, but more Travis is better, bro. He brings hype. People love him. His album's dropping, so they're gonna drop.
Supposedly July or August. I saw. Suppose they did a leak.
Yeah, so they're gonna have something lined up for that, bro. They're not gonna not drop a sneaker around the same time. He's all about merch sales, so he's definitely dropping some type of merch.
Yeah. For you, bro, moving forward, like 2023, what is like your plans for like YouTube and stuff? Like I guess like content and stuff. Like what do you plan to change anything up, or are you just kind of keeping the same platform or the same format, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always gonna stick to like what I already do, which is just like the vlog style content, and then the skits that I do. I'm trying to hit 1 million on the Qias Omar channel. I hit 1 million on Crew TV, but I want to hit 1 million on the Qias Omar.
You already did already, because isn't that that's your skit one, right?
Yeah,
and I thought that was like the high view one.
No, I took too many breaks on that one. That one has more views, like
overall views.
Yeah, one video has like 20 million views, but it's hard to convert subs.
Yeah.
And I would take too many breaks, stay consistent. But yeah, I'm trying to get that channel to 1 million, and then I'm focusing a lot on short content because that's obviously what's popping. So YouTube Shorts, they're gonna start paying us for YouTube Shorts, so we're definitely gonna go heavy with that. And just like, bro, the more content I could put out there, the better. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna do this forever because as long as I love sneakers and I can make content with it, I'll keep doing it. But like, yeah, I just take advantage of when I'm not sick of editing.
Yeah, has that ever thought to your mind like, oh, like I'm just gonna kind of chill it off now for YouTube, like as far as stopping?
No, you gotta keep grinding.
No, I know, but I'm saying like I'm talking about like in the future. Like,
I think I'll always do YouTube, maybe not as frequent uploads as I am doing now, but as you guys can see, like from 2015, I was uploading 2 videos a day on 3 channels, like. And then it's slow. It kind of has slowed down, and I've uploaded less and less. But that's just what works for me.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get to the point where it's only 1 video a week, or
you just adapt to whatever it is you're like.
But yeah, it's my main source of income is YouTube. So I'm just gonna keep doing. You can't just quit your job because you don't want to work. You gotta make money. So, but yeah, I mean, just whatever is what people want to see is what I'm gonna do. If they want short form content, I'm gonna adapt and make short form content.
That's what it seems like right now. It's what everyone wants. It's like short, but like you said, if you start doing it more, then go ahead.
Yeah.
But, that's good to know that you're starting to do that too, like the adapt into like the because everyone, like you said, if you're used to already doing like vlogs and stuff like that, it's just like you said, it's just kind of weird for you to kind of adapt and start saying like, oh well, I have to make like a 1 minute video, and that makes me like as much as this video or whatever, because it seems like a lot of people are kind of like getting a lot of revenue just off 1-2 minute videos.
Yeah, it's crazy
as far as views goes, because they'll get a whole bunch, like 5 million views, and then that revenue is like almost as much as a freaking 20-minute video, stuff like that. So it's good that you're like starting to like do that.
You got to just be seen like as much as possible, because people's attention span's too short. Like if somebody sees my video and then they just swipe up and somebody else catches their attention, they're gonna forget about me. That's why I always say it's like upload as much as possible and upload everywhere. Like repurpose content. And luckily I've been doing this for 16 years. I have a lot of content I could repurpose. So that's something I'm gonna start working on, and just repurposing content and just hoping that people see it. Like even doing your guys' podcast, like it's beneficial to me because even though I feel like I've tapped into majority of the sneaker world, there still might be somebody who watches your guys' stuff who's never seen me, and they might fall in love with my content, and that's a new viewer for me. So that's why it's always good to make content, whether it's on your own platform or someone else's, and then just because you upload a video on Instagram doesn't mean you can't upload it everywhere else. You know what I mean? You gotta just be out there, upload as much as possible.
Anywhere. Okay, and that's like good advice for anyone that's probably wanting to start do that. I'm pretty sure you've had a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers or a lot of upcoming YouTubers ask you those questions like, hey Qias, what can I do to boost my channel up and stuff like that? That normally would
100%, bro. The first thing I tell them is consistency. That's the most important thing, because like I said, look, my Qias Omar channel, it should have been at 1 million already.
I thought it was already.
I wasn't consistent with it. I upload for like 4 or 5 months, but then I get sidetracked by the other channels. If I would have just balanced it out and try to be consistent with it, it would have been hit 1 million views.
I thought you were doing that on purpose. I thought you were actually doing that on purpose.
I was doing it a little bit on purpose just because I don't like to. If you do the same thing over and over again, people get bored. So I kind of take breaks on there, but I was just using it as an example. But yeah, you can't take breaks. So I always tell people my first advice is be consistent with it.
Okay.
And my second advice is just upload as much as content.
Okay.
As well. And another thing too, the things that you think are gonna pop off, sometimes those might do shit, and then the ones that you think are gonna like be crap pop off. So like even if you make like a 30-second video that you don't even think anyone is gonna watch it, upload it, because you never know what's gonna go viral, bro. You literally never know. That's the projects that I spent the most money on and I put the most time in flop. It's the worst feeling. And then a project where I'm just at home and I'm unboxing the shoe goes viral, and I'm like, bro, like how? I literally spent like 10 minutes on this video, and I spent 3 weeks on this one.
Wow.
So it's just like, bro, just don't like not upload, like upload.
Wow, that's good news. That's good news for us.
We've had those.
Just do, like you said, it could be anything.
It could. Hopefully this isn't flop. We're gonna go viral on this one.
Oh my god. Anything else?
No, I mean, we're excited to see what you have in store for 2023, and hopefully, you come around again and shop with us again, and do another one of these, or maybe see us at a sneaker con or any other sneaker event this year. There's a lot of good ones, I'm sure.
Coming up. Got soul.
And hope to see you there, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Anything else you want to leave off before we cut off? Any advice for anyone, or it could be a YouTube, it could be any words of wisdom, anything?
I appreciate y'all having me on here.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I dropped a few gems today. He definitely. My tank is empty right now.
He definitely did. So no, again, man, appreciate you for coming, man.
Fun, man. I love doing podcasts and stuff like that, because I get to just be myself and just talk sneakers with other sneakerheads.
New wave for sure. Podcast too is one of those new things that has kind of transcended now. So that's why you're here now. So thank you again, bro, for coming in, and we'll see what you pick up as far as shoes go.
I got some bangers, bro.
Yeah, guys, that pretty much wraps up the video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment down below what was your best part. And until next time, we out. Peace.
Peace out.